Tens of millions of people in the Southwest are enduring one of the longest heat waves on record, and that extreme heat is even more dangerous than many realize. A new book makes a plea for us to look at heat as an active force that can kill us even before we understand our lives are at risk. A fossil fuel-caused crisis that is pushing the Earth into a new and dangerous climate reality. Joining me now is Jeff Goodell, climate journalist and author of the book, The Heat Will Kill You First, Life and Death on a Scorched Planet. Pretty sobering title there, Jeff. But one of the terrifying conclusions you make is that we're heading into a completely different reality when it comes to extreme heat. And the climate's dramatic reaction to the amount of CO2 we've put in the atmosphere, surprising even the top climate scientists. So what should we expect in the future? And how hot can it get?
Well, those are very good questions, Alex, and there's no simple answers to that. What's important to understand is that we are leaving the old climate that we all grew up with and know and understand so well behind. And because we've been loading the atmosphere with CO2 for decades and decades now, it's getting hotter and hotter. And it's not only getting hotter, it's changing the sort of dynamics of the atmosphere so that we're getting these extreme events. Heat waves are the clearest manifestation of it, but we've also seen this intense rainfall in the Northeast and many other things. And as we change the heat dynamics in the atmosphere, it moves the jet stream around and causes these heat domes. I'm talking to you from Texas, where we've had it's been really, really hot here for weeks. And I've talked to a lot of climate scientists, and I've done a lot of reporting on this. And the frank truth is, no one can say how much worse it's going to get or how much hotter it's going to get. I asked the top climate scientists, could it get to be 130 degrees in Phoenix or in Austin? And yes, it certainly could. I mean, think about what happened in the Pacific Northwest in 2021. I mean, it was brutal.
Right. That like almost 1,000 people died in that. That was really crazy because that's a temperate climate. But let me ask you about something. And this is a little scary because you say the assumption that a hot day or week is just a fluke, that's a profound misunderstanding of the moment we're in. And it's also a misunderstanding to think if we just reduce fossil fuel emissions, everything's going to go back to normal. Because you're essentially saying, and this is chilling, that we're heading into a different and ambiguous climate world no matter what we do. Why?
Yeah. Well, because, CO2 is not like traditional pollutants. Like, I grew up in California. It used to be really smoggy. Then they put scrubbers on industrial plants and catalytic converters on cars, and the air got clean. And CO2, which is causing the warming, is not like that. We're putting it up into the climate, and it essentially stays there for thousands of years. So we're creating this new, hotter climate. Now, it's really important to underscore that doesn't mean that cutting fossil fuels emissions is not really, really important to do right now, because that's what will stop the continued warming. But we are stuck with a different climate now, and we are not going back to the climate we grew up in. We're in a new era where the rules are not clear about what can happen where and how fast.
Jeff, I'm going to suggest a lot of people pick up your book. Again, the title is The Heat Will Kill You First, Life and Death on a Scorched Planet. It's important people understand the information that you have in that book and what we're going to be facing anytime soon. Thank you, Jeff.